Okay, everyone, hello and welcome. It's time for pre-stream. I'll chat it up a little bit here as the stream builds up and we get ready for about 3.5 hours of Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories gameplay on today's stream. Excuse me. Hope everyone's doing well today. I am doing decently, at least. Things could certainly be worse, let's put it that way. I dodged the proverbial bullet this week. With my girlfriend Leanna, who lives with me, getting sick, and she was just sick all week. The many stages of a bad cold, you get your sore throat, then you get your choking, then the congestion and all of that. And the good news is that she's getting over it, probably another couple of days and she'll be fine, but I somehow managed to dodge the bullet. I did not get sick. I had a little bit of sniffles, mostly due to the dry heat going on because of the, it's winter. It's cold now. So the heat is constantly turning on, overnight especially. And as it turns on, it, dries out everything, and my sinuses get all dried out, and I wake up and I'm like, bleh, sniffly and nasty and dried out. But I managed to not get sick, so I'm pleased about that, because typically I do get sick. I do. Typically, I, unfortunately, have issues where if Leanna gets sick, I'm gonna catch it. And I mean, let's face it, of course that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? What can you do when you live with someone? You see them pretty much all day, right? I mean, when you think about it, I sleep in the same bed. We go downstairs, we have our coffee or whatever in the morning together. Then I have, whenever I'm working is really the only time I'm apart from her, with the exceptions of when she's off to do, some of her own stuff, which this year in particular may actually increase. But, it is what it is. But I avoided it, so that's good. So I'm happy about that. Thumbs up to that for me being healthy and not getting a nasty cold. Okay. Okay. There's people spamming the stream chat about Powerball lotteries. I guess someone works for the United States Lottery, and they want us all to participate this week because it's the largest Powerball jackpot. Wow. How exciting. All right, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're doing well today. Today is Saturday, January 9th, 2016. As I said, the gameplay stream today will be Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, which, quite honestly, from what I'm to understand, is probably the worst of all the Grand Theft Auto old school games. I don't think that it's bad gameplay-wise. I just think that the game itself, the quality of the graphics and all of that, are pretty bad. And because of that, I think a lot of people might be like, I'll stay away from the game because it was a PSP game that got ported to PS2, and now I'm playing it on PS3. The frame rate is quite bad, and it is what it is. There's not much you can do about it. I certainly wouldn't want to play this on the PSP. I hate to say it, but a lot of these games that they made for the PlayStation Portable and then for the PS Vita aren't games that I would want to play on a handheld. I want to play it on a console. So why, when they ported Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, when they upgraded the graphics and made the game better for consoles, why they didn't do that with Liberty City Stories, I have no idea. So I'm kind of just, I'm laying a blind eye to the graphics. I'm laying a blind eye to the frame rate. And I'm basically just of the attitude that this is the final Grand Theft Auto game that I did not play. And I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is. And quite honestly, so far, the missions and all of that are pretty good. The only bummer is the controls are a little wonky. You could tell because this was a PSP game, right? That the controls are not set for a console. And, I'm trying to do certain things, like trying to shoot people, and there's multiple people I have to shoot, and it's hard to target them properly. And, there's some bugs, like I had an instant death bug in a scene with a bunch of chainsaws. That apparently a lot of people are saying, yes, that is a bug because there's health power-ups in the room. Why would there be health power-ups in the room if you instantly die when you get hit during this certain sequence? So, it is what it is. But I'm enjoying it. I definitely knew the game was going to be dated and was probably going to have problems. So it is what it is. I'm enjoying it. I've been playing it now for 2 major sessions. So we're probably around 7+ hours into the game so far. And I believe from what people have said, I've beaten like 33 out of like 70 missions. So there's probably like another 37 missions left in the game. But from what I'm to understand, the game actually gets harder and the missions get more difficult and longer near the second half of the game. And in fact, it's funny because I've done 33 missions. You would think, oh, you're halfway through. But we just got to the second island, and the game has 3 islands. So, yeah, I think this is the case where the missions are going to get more challenging and longer. And, that's good, in my opinion. I wouldn't want to beat it in like 2-3 sessions. It's a Grand Theft Auto game. However, if we do keep the pace that we're keeping with this, all right, I'm going to play it today. So, today's Saturday. I'm also going to play it on Monday. And then later in the week, I'll probably play it 1 to 2 times. I guarantee you, probably by the end of the week, we're going to be beating it, okay? And that's fine. That's actually a good thing. Because this week, I'm going to be continuing with Yakuza 5. But in addition to that, I'm going to be starting Undertale about the middle of this week, okay? And, for them to understand of that game, that also is not a very long game. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with it when I play it. The only real new release this entire freaking month is Resident Evil 0 on January 19th. So really, realistically, there's not that much going on in the realm of, I need to hurry through games or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the polar opposite, where I could kind of take my time to play some of these and enjoy them and not really be worried about, oh no, I'm going to get too inundated, with too much stuff at once. It's not going to be like that. I don't think, not until February. In February, then we've got some stuff coming up. In particular, when Street Fighter V gets released in February, I think it's going to get very busy, because I'm going to want playing the hell out of that game and checking out all the characters in depth and doing the challenge modes that it's going to have and arcade mode run-throughs and going online with these characters. And I'm going to be doing a lot of editing work too, as you guys know. My new channel is coming, and I actually have a brief update. I'll talk about that in a moment. A brief positive update regarding my new channel, which is coming within about a week or so. That's right. In about a week or so, I am planning the launch of my new channel on YouTube. A channel where there'll be edited content, but we'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, in February, I'm probably going to be very busy with that and balancing that with other games. I think there's the final Naruto game is coming out in February, and there's something near the end of February too. Maybe Mighty Number 9. I can't remember. There's a lot of stuff in February that is probably going to keep me busy with new content. But yeah, I'm excited for it, and I hope that you're excited for it too. I'm really feeling really positive about this year. Let me put it this way: gameplay-wise, content-wise, I think this is going to be a great year. Financially, this year's probably going to suck, because this is the first year where I'm with a new contract with Machinima. Things are going to be very fucking tight in regards to, me getting pretty much a big chunk of income that I used to make. I'm not going to make it anymore. And I might have some issues with making ends meet this year, but I'm hoping if I maintain this positive attitude and I keep pushing forward, and I have a new channel to stir up interest, and I do more vlogging to stir up interest, I'll get naturally more interest in my stuff, and more interest obviously means more attention, which means, only good things. So we'll see. We'll see, everyone. So anyway, let's very briefly, I'll review the schedule for the next few days, because it did change. I talked about this on yesterday's pre-stream, but I'll talk about it again right now so you know what to expect. And then I'll talk a little bit about the new channel update, and then we'll get started, okay? Alright, so first of all, today, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories on stream. Starting in just a few minutes here, about 3.5 hours of gameplay. That'll be great. And no new DSP Tries It today. There was actually nothing really going on in the realm of a DSP Tries It this week. But later tonight, I will be filming and releasing a gaming schedule update. What this is a video that I put out about once every quarter of the year, where I go through the calendar and I tell you the games that I'm interested in playing and I more than likely will be playing. So that way you're up to speed on what to expect from me in the next few months. Not that, for perfect example, I just logged on to the stream chat, and someone asked, Phil, are you going to be playing Resident Evil 0? And I responded in the stream chat, yes, I will. But instead of having to ask me directly questions like that, that's why I make the gaming schedule update, so you could just watch that one video and boom, you're informed on all the stuff that I'm going to be doing the next few months, okay? So I'm going to be filming that tonight and releasing that tonight, okay? So look out for that tonight. That'll be on the King of Hate vlogs, FYI. Tomorrow will be more Yakuza 5 and the weekend preview, okay? That's it for tomorrow, because I got other personal stuff to do here. In fact, we're going to be taking down our Christmas decorations, which I'm very depressed about, because Christmas is officially over for 2 weeks now. It's a new year for a week, and I have to say goodbye to the Christmas tree. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow night. It takes time, so that's it. And then Monday, we'll jump right back into Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories on stream, and then Monday night, my Game of the Year awards will continue. And that is right, I do want to let you know, alright, that I started my Game of the Year awards last night. I don't know what happened on YouTube. Apparently some messed up stuff happened, because a lot of people were responding to me and saying, Phil, we never saw that those videos published, so we never knew that you had actually released the Game of the Year awards, so we didn't watch them. And it was weird, because I released them last night around, I think it was around like 9 p.m. my time, right? So it was like maybe midnight-ish, and I said, gee, let me check, because when I do my Game of the Year awards and all of my year-end series, typically they get big attention, lots of comments, right? Lots of attention when I do it, because people anticipate these all year. And I was like, let me check this out and see what people think of my Game of the Year award picks. And I go to see it, and I'm like, what happened here? The first part, now keep in mind the video had been out for over 3 hours. The first part only had like 400 views. The second part had 900 views. And I'm like, now wait a minute. Just logically, it doesn't even make sense. I released the first part first, so obviously it should have more people watching it. And I put them in a playlist, and the playlist has the first part first, so anyone who clicked play on the playlist saw that one first. So what is going on here? And I don't know. I don't really care. At this point, it's like YouTube is screwed up all the time. And for me to harp on it is like, it doesn't even matter anymore, because no matter what I do or say, YouTube's going to be screwed up in some way, shape, or form. But I just want to let you know, the videos are out. The first two, number 10 and number 9, in my Game of the Year awards, have been released. Alright? So I certainly hope that you will check them out over the weekend. And then that series will continue Monday night. And my goal here, my hope, is that by the middle of next week, let's say, I don't know, roughly Wednesday night, I can finish up my Game of the Year awards. Maybe worst case scenario Thursday, but the reason is because what I'd like to do, by the end of next week, I'd like to take some time to film a couple reviews. And not to say that they're timely reviews, because they're not, but I would like to film both a review of Fallout 4, as well as a review of Rise of the Tomb Raider. And you may say, well, why are you going to be filming those reviews so late? It's very simple, because I want these to be some of the launch content for my new channel. Alright? I figure if I'm going to have a new channel, I might as well have some content ready for it, so when I launch it, boom, here's some videos to watch. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to get tons of viewership or anything, considering those games are now 2 months old. But some people have been kind of asking me, gee, are you going to review these games? You finished them and you never reviewed them. And I haven't had time, because I've been so busy with the year-end series, I haven't had time to review those games. So that's what I would like to do later in the week, and have those edited and ready to go for the launch of the new channel. Okay? And again, I apologize for the snorting. It's very annoying, I know. But unfortunately, I have to put up with it in the winter. Can't be fixed. Post-nasal drip sucks. Alright, so anyway. In addition to all of that stuff going on this week, I may be appearing on 1 or 2 podcasts. Again, I can't really confirm. I actually emailed one of the people who wanted me to be on a podcast tomorrow, and I haven't heard from them in like a week. So I emailed them. I don't even know if it's going to happen or not, okay? So there's a chance tomorrow's gameplay stream of Yakuza 5 may be a different time or adjusted if I end up being on this podcast, but I have no idea. I haven't gotten any answer. This Tuesday, I might also be on a podcast, but it's not 100% set in stone yet. So what I'm telling everyone basically is this Tuesday, I don't think I'm going to live stream. What I'll do, I'll just record offline around whatever time I appear, if I appear on a podcast, okay? Let's just say, just for safety's concern, no stream this Tuesday, just to be safe. And then if I do, get to play games, great, and that way it won't affect anyone. All right. So, yeah, and of course, what I'll be doing on those podcasts is just talking, shooting the shit about events and stuff, and I'm sure they'll want me to talk a little bit about stuff going on with me, which I will, the new channel and everything, so that'll be some good promotion, right? Always appreciative when I get a chance to promote to a new audience, so that's good. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the new channel, because I got some positive news on that note. And then we will finish off the pre-stream and we'll get started with gameplay, okay? Excuse me. So, the new channel. It's in work. It's in process. And what I mean by that is right now I am working on a few different things. Number one, obviously, like I just mentioned, trying to get a few videos ready for the launch of the channel, okay? Number two, partnership. As you know, I've talked about this many times. Unless I could get this channel under a managed partnership, right? It wouldn't make any sense. Because if I'm going to be doing all this edited content, right? Here's just some of the ideas that I have for the channel, just so you know. The game reviews, Hateful Truth game reviews are going to be over there. Like best of the week montages, where every weekend-ish, I'll take some time off. Or not time off, but time away from streaming. To edit a video where I'll take the best things or funniest things, whatever the highlights are of the week of raw gameplay from DSPGaming, and I'll do a highlight video for the new channel. So unfortunately, for those who cannot watch the raw gameplay, they can, oh wow, this is what happened, this is awesome, and then maybe if they say, oh, I really liked what happened in this game, I'll go check out the raw playthrough, then they could do that if they'd like, okay? In addition to that, there will be game-specific videos. So here's a perfect example coming up with Street Fighter V, right? Typically, the main complaint I get about when I play fighting games is that I record a ton of matches, and I upload the raw matches, and a lot of people don't want to see 100 raw matches. So what I'll be doing is what most typical YouTubers now do with their fighting game footage. I'll be taking the raw footage that I'll upload to DSPGaming, which will be live earlier in the week, and I'll be doing montages. So let's say, for example, I do a session of Zangief, only Zangief. I'll do the best of Zangief madness from this week, and I'll make a montage of the best moments from the different matches when I played with Zangief. And so there'll be matches that I lost, highlights there, matches that I won, and I'll kind of edit together maybe like a 5 to 10 minute video of the best moments and, interactions and things that happen with me playing with Zangief. Or it could be, after playing with a character several sessions, oh, here's what I learned about Ken in Street Fighter V, and I'll do an edited video of that with voiceovers explaining what I learned about the properties of Ken. Kind of what I was doing with the launch of Street Fighter IV in 2009. That's kind of exactly what I want to do with Street Fighter V, and that's what the new channel's going to be for, the edited content, okay? That's the kind of stuff that I want to do, and I think it's going to do pretty well. I do. I think that people would really enjoy it. Okay? And it should be good. It should be interesting. And I think that it'll do well. But people have to get used to that because they haven't seen that kind of stuff from me in a long time, right? I've been so focused on raw gameplay that I haven't taken the time out to really do that kind of stuff. But I want to. I want to start getting into that again because that's where the YouTube viewership has gone. People don't want to just sit there and watch the raw gameplay all day anymore. A lot of people don't have time for it. They want to watch a highly edited, abbreviated, concentrated video of entertainment. So that's what I'm going to be trying with this new channel, okay? So that's the idea I have. That's the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing on the new channel. And there'll be other stuff too, countdowns and stuff that maybe isn't specifically related to my content, that I can apply. My favorite games of the past console generation, the best grapplers in fighting games, that kind of stuff. I could do that kind of stuff. Absolutely, I could do that kind of stuff because I have the knowledge base to do it. The good news is, the new channel has officially been partnered with Machinima as a managed partnership. It is official as of yesterday. So this new channel is protected. I'll have all the same protections that I have on DSPGaming, meaning no bullshit content ID matches or anything like that. And if anything happens with the channel, Machinima will help me to clear it up. So I'm feeling pretty positive about that. That was an awesome accomplishment. I didn't know if they were going to want to do it. Most people cannot get a new channel under a managed partnership. You know, if you have an established channel with tons of viewership, then they'll make it a managed partnership. Very rarely will you find a partnership network that's willing to, right off the bat, take a new channel and make it a managed partnership. But Machinima trusts me enough and says, no, we trust you. You know, we love that you're still with us after all these years. We appreciate it, so we're going to do it for you. So it's official. So that's one hurdle overcome. Right now, I'm in talks to get some artwork for the new channel. And obviously, I can't really talk to too many people about that, because if I reveal the plans for the new channel and, you know, spill the beans, per se, early, then you know what'll happen. I'm not even going to get into it, because you know exactly what would happen. Those of you who have been around the block, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, I've got some people working on artwork right now for the channel. What I mean by that is, like, you know, an icon and a channel banner, the general stuff you need to start a channel. And then my hope is, possibly in about a week's time, so maybe next weekend, best case scenario, next weekend, but worst case scenario, maybe like midweek, so about a week and a half time, I can launch the new channel. It'll have banners, it'll have everything. It'll hopefully be able to get a custom URL within a day or two. And what I mean by that is, apparently the way it works now with YouTube, excuse me, is that you need to have a bunch of criteria that you hit in order to get an address for your channel. If you make a new channel now on YouTube, you can't just pick what it is anymore. You give it a name, but then YouTube assigns it a random fucking web address. So it's like youtube.com/ a bunch of gibberish, like numbers and shit. And you're like, how the fuck would anyone ever find this channel? It's not like, you know, my channel right now is youtube.com/ DSPGaming. They don't do that anymore. They don't let you get a channel name like that. You have to, I believe you have to have 100 subscribers. You have to be in good standing. You have to have a channel banner, a channel icon. And I think, I don't know, I think there might be like one other piece of criteria. Like the channel has to exist for 30 days or something like that. So in about a week's time, hopefully all of those criteria will be hit. I'll launch the channel. And as soon as I get 100 subs, I can assign the channel a custom URL, and I'm hoping I can get the one I want. I've got a really good idea. It'll be an easy way to find a channel, but I don't know if YouTube's going to give it to me or not. It's kind of almost like a random wait-and-see kind of deal, because they recently just changed this whole process. As silly as that sounds, yeah, they're still changing. They just changed it because they unlinked. Well, they're in the process of unlinking YouTube channels from Google+, because no one fucking uses Google+, and the CEO who was in charge of that has been relieved of his fucking duties because he's an idiot. So all that's being unlinked, and so, you know, I'm hoping I can get a quick and easy URL. It'll become catchy. It'll become a new thing. People can talk about it, hype it up. We'll see. So the good news is this. Things are in process with this new channel. I'm about to make new content for it this coming week. I've got people working on artwork. It's become a managed partnership already, even though it hasn't even officially launched yet. Okay? And I'm pretty excited. I'm feeling pretty good. I think that if I hit the ground running with this channel, if I strongly stick to my guns and I say every day I'm going to do one gameplay stream, and the second half of the day is either going to be working on content for this channel or doing vlogging, I think things are going to work out well. I think I can get more attention on the vlogging stuff than I've ever had before. And I think that this new channel could really pick up. But I need your support. So I hope that when all this happens, right, when it officially launches, that you guys will come out, you'll check out the new stuff, you'll type it up, you'll talk about it with others. All right? I'm hoping there's going to be a positive vibe around it. You know what's going to happen. The same negative element are going to come around, and there's nothing I could do about that. But I'm really hoping that there could be a new positive vibe about all the new stuff. Okay, so fingers crossed that everything works out well. And if best case scenario, next weekend this new channel might be launching, and I'm pretty excited. I am. And then as a tie-in with all of that, you may see very shortly from me some new initiatives. For example, I've been talking about this a little bit, a Teespring initiative where I might go over to that Teespring website and launch a couple, they're called campaigns, where I could create some custom t-shirts that might even tie in with this new channel, but also might tie in with other things like slogans and stuff that I've done over the years. And I might be having some t-shirts up for sale by the end of this month as a tie-in with the launch of the new channel and stuff like that. So we'll see. Wow, people are burning with discomfort because the title of the stream chat, I accidentally put a capital T in the word stories for Liberty City Stories. This is the topic of discussion. Oh my goodness. Alright, anyway, I digress. Alright, so that's the update regarding the new channel. Very quickly, I will let everyone know, yes, we hit the goal for December for Patreon. We will be doing Rockathon 2.0 around the end of this month. I'll have more details on that shortly. The thread is up on the forums on thekingofhate.com for those who are $5 patrons from last month to nominate the songs that they want to see and hear, and already a bunch of people have done so. So if you haven't yet and you were a patron last month, head to thekingofhate.com and start nominating the songs you want to see and hear on this next Rockathon. We've already got some pretty ridiculous suggestions. Lady Gaga. Oh boy, I can't wait to play Poker Face. Oh boy. Alright, in addition to that, okay, this month's goal has been set up, and I've actually refreshed my Patreon page. I've reworded everything to make more sense. I've removed some of the perks that don't make sense anymore. I tried to spruce it up a little bit. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. This year in particular, now that I'm taking a huge pay cut, in the year of 2016, your support is more appreciated than ever. I'm telling you right now, I'm not lying, I'm not beating around the bush. Patreon is not like a bonus or funny money to me. Patreon is going to be a major part of my income that allows me to pay my bills and do this as a job this year. So if you watch the streams, you watch the videos on YouTube, you like the fact that I'm doing these new initiatives this year, please consider pledging if you can. I need the help, okay? And this month in particular, the goal is the return of the Patron's Choice playthrough, where people who pledge $5 or more will be nominating and voting on a game for me to play sometime in March. And just an example of some of the Patron's Choice playthroughs that were vastly successful last year: Minecraft and Persona 4 and Fallout New Vegas. All of those games were Patron's Choice playthroughs, and people really enjoyed them. So if you want to have that kind of control, please pledge this month. Alright? That is it, everyone. I'm not really exhausted. I'm just, I'm hopeful, but I'm also, you know me, I'm a skeptic. I've always been a skeptic, very skeptical person about stuff. And for me, it kind of, you know, it does make me feel a little apprehensive about the year when I know for a fact that things are going to be tight financially. And, you know, I'm going to be working my ass off. I am. To be sure that I get all these things that I'm working on going for you. I don't want to fall through and not live up to the expectation that I'm trying to, you know, kind of promote here for you guys. But it's going to be rough. I'm going to need your support. I'm going to need your positivity. I'm going to need your help when the new stuff launches to get the word out and get people checking it out. And I hope that you will help me out as much as you can. At least if you want to see me keep doing this, you know. So that's the key here, is that if you watch my stuff, I've been doing this since, you know, 2007, and you want to see me keep doing it, all right? I certainly hope that that you will do what you can, okay? All right, that's it, everyone. Let's get started. 3.5 hours of Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories starting right now with the second island. Should be a lot of fun, and I hope that you will enjoy the stream. All right, thank you everyone for being here. Let's begin.